What happened most recently was probably a week and a half ago. The warden told one of the girls that worked at the shelter on the weekends that John was going to contact Carter County and see about Lawrence County taking the dogs to Carter County. Okay, that upset me, so I called him, Johnny Rickman at home. He told me the same thing. Okay, well, that's very upsetting when we're struggling so to keep the shelter open and keep running the shelter, and we've tried so hard to do it the right way, to hear that the county wants to go elsewhere to take dogs just to be euthanized, because that's what happens there. That's not a shelter, that's not a rescue, that's not where they live. That's for all these other counties that don't want to take care of their animals, take their animals to be euthanized. Okay, so Kim Perry, who's the president, called John to ask for a meeting. She called him twice and left him an email, and he never did respond. So then the paper and the laser got involved, and I guess John told him that he would be at this meeting tonight. So basically our question is, why do you want to do that when we're trying to do our best to keep these animals here, to save these animals?
I told Johnny we got a dog problem.
Yes.
And he's a paid warden by the county. And then we pay you all to help out house them shelters, which I know you're overcrowded.
Right.
But, Johnny works the calls when people call and says, I got a bite dog here. I've got a dog, somebody's hauled off on me. Those are stray, abused dogs. What are we supposed to do?
Okay, but a biting dog, first off, our policy, again on a biting dog, just background, we won't keep a biting dog. Okay, and the other thing is, we are not a no-kill shelter. I want everybody to know this, that we are not. Okay, if it's a biting dog, we cannot adopt that dog out, because it could bite a little kid.
So what are we supposed to do with it?
But if a dog bites and he knows it bites, he needs to take it to the vet to be euthanized. That's unfortunate, but we can't bring that in, because I've been bitten before at the shelter where dogs were there that bite. Okay, that's number one on a biting dog. On a real sick dog, and there's been very, very sick dogs, okay, we can't save them because we already have a huge vet bill to pay. So those dogs too, he would bring to the shelter, and the shelter director there makes a decision, yeah, you need to take it to Mark's, we can't save it. Okay, that's that. But the problem is when he's getting calls directly, or you're getting calls directly, 911's giving you calls, and we have an open run or open cage, and somebody's standing at the door with a stray, and we take it. We don't know Johnny's coming in. Johnny's coming with a bunch of dogs sometimes standing there in front. We don't know. That's why the calls need to come through the shelter, so that we can,
Well, I've got people call down at the office, and they say, I can't even get my answer phone shut. So what are we supposed to do there?
They can leave a message. It says right on the recorder, please leave a message, we will call you back. And we do, and they do call them back. We've got people bringing them themselves, you're bringing them in. I mean, we just have 10 runs, and we have maybe 17 cages. And when you bring in 10 dogs and you're standing there, what are we to do? That's why we've tried to sit down before and try to work this out and try to talk to you about that. And the other thing is, sometimes he brings in people's animals because they sign them over to him. We have the card that has their signature on it that they belong to them, and they just don't want to fool with them anymore. That should not be ours.
What are they supposed to do with that animal? They don't want
They need to take care of it.
They
need to find a home
They
for
need to
it.
find a home. They need to take care of them.
But they don't. They wind up being hauled off the next day.
It's not hauled off because it's running loose. It's taken care of. That's not an animal, that's a stray. They just don't want to fool with it anymore because it gets out of their yard and the neighbor's complaining, and so they call Johnny. Johnny picks it up. Suddenly we have it at the shelter and we're supposed to find it a home. Why can they not put an ad in the paper? Why can they not find it a home? They can do it as well as we can. They need to be held responsible.
Make them accountable. They should
Right.
be fined.
But there's times
If you make that fine steep enough, people may think twice about getting an animal to begin with. I mean, it needs to be a steep fine. It needs to be enforced, because they're going to say, hey, if they're going to charge me $500 if I don't take care of my dog, then a lot of people are going to think twice about taking in an animal.
Who's going to vote to pass these laws, and when is that?
Well, that's true. That's true.
What, you need something now.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, so there are shelters all over the country who charge relinquishment fees. If you come and you say, I can't take care of my dog, I don't want this dog anymore, you are charged for it to go into the
And
shelter
we have
system.
that.
The problem here is this is not a system. this is a mess.
It's
Nobody has got this by the reins.
because- No, because it's not enforced and because it's not a,
Where's the law? Who knows what the laws are?
there's a leash, okay, there's a
The
leash
warden
law.
should know what these are.
Exactly, there's a leash law that's written down
So,
for the city of
then he needs a
Louisa.
copy of
But
it.
it's not, but those laws are not enforced.
That's,
That's,
You know, and
okay.
if they're not,
Then enforce
there's
what's
no
on the
need to
books.
have a law or a policy if you're not going to use it. I mean, it's
Exactly.
useless. You can sit and make up all the laws and policies
Right.
that you want, but if it's not enforced, it's useless.